You keep confusing goodness with strength. Meanwhile, sharper people are quietly sizing you up. Your moral principles make you predictable, and in a world ruled by predators, predictability is what prey does. You were taught to be safe, not strong, not feared, not dominant, safe. From childhood, the same script was hammered into you. Be kind, be honest, be loyal, be helpful, share, forgive, explain yourself, don't intimidate, don't offend, don't apply pressure, don't threaten anyone, because someone who threatens the system becomes impossible to manage. So they sanded down your edges. They called it character, but look at what that character actually does to you. It makes you predictable, and predictability is a death sentence in any competitive environment. Predictable people can be measured. Measured people can be replaced, and men who hold power can be exploited. That's why the most obedient people work the hardest and end up with the least. You think kindness protects you. It doesn't. It exposes you. Every time you choose honesty over power, someone is calculating their next move around you. Every time you choose loyalty over self-interest, someone is cashing in on that loyalty. Every time you choose empathy over dominance, someone is quietly walking all over you, and you don't even see it. Because you were taught that suffering in silence is noble. It's not noble. It's convenient. Convenient for employers, convenient for manipulators, useful for stronger men who understand exactly what you don't. Morality is a leash built for the herd. Stop looking at how the world pretends to work. Look at how it actually works. The calmest person in the room controls the negotiation. The least emotional person determines the outcome. The one willing to walk away wins. Not the kindest, not the most loyal, not the most honest. Those qualities make you pleasant to be around. Think about your own life. How many times has kindness actually earned you respect? Not temporary approval, real respect. Silent, unquestioned authority. Almost never, because people don't respect kindness. They feed on it. Kindness invites demands. Demands create pressure. Pressure exposes weakness. And the moment a weakness surfaces, a hierarchy snaps into place. People are not moral creatures. They are hierarchical ones. In every room you walk into, an invisible ranking system is already running beneath the surface. Who speaks first? Who gets interrupted? Who gets ignored? Who gets obeyed? That ranking isn't decided by ethics. It's decided by perceived power, the power of posture, of silence, of consequences. And here's what nobody tells you. Good people hesitate. Dangerous people don't. Hesitation is readable. Readable behavior is controllable. Controllable people become tools. When challenged, you are taught to explain yourself, justify your limits, and apologize for taking up space. Do you know what that signals? Submission. Predators don't go after strength first. They test compliance, a small insult, a small demand, a small boundary violation. If you smile and absorb it, you're mocked. Mentally, the way a wolf mocks a slow-moving deer. From that moment, you're filed under safe to exploit. And once that label sticks, it's nearly impossible to shake. Because reputation moves faster than reality. Machiavelli knew this centuries ago. He didn't ask what was right. He asked what maintained control. Those are two completely different questions. Good and evil are philosophical. Control is practical, and only one of them determines whether you get used. Here's the hard truth. If you move through the world to please people, you'll be pleasing them forever. If you go looking for respect, you'll be tested. If you carry yourself like someone willing to be feared, you'll rarely be challenged. People don't attack what fights back. You're playing a moral game in a strategic world, and that mismatch is exactly why you feel overlooked, outmaneuvered, invisible. This isn't bad luck. It's by design. You were built to be controlled. This section isn't here to motivate you. It's here to take something from you, your commitment to being good. Because until that illusion collapses, nothing changes. As long as you crave approval, someone else owns your power. As long as you fear judgment, you're being controlled. As long as you worship morality, someone else is quietly wielding power in your place. And they'll keep winning. So, get clear on this. Powerless kindness is submission dressed up as virtue, and submission is never untouchable. Only calculated coldness is untouchable. Only controlled unpredictability is untouchable. Only the person who genuinely doesn't care whether you love them becomes dangerous enough to be left alone. Right now, you're still waiting for permission. The sections ahead will strip that instinct out completely. But first, you have to admit something uncomfortable. The way you are right now, you cannot hold a position at the top. You're too transparent, too easy to explain, too cautious, and cautious people submit. They don't get respected. Everything people call power is a set of invisible levers. Most people believe that wealth, titles, or looks create influence. They're wrong. Influence is a quiet, precise, measurable process, not random, but emotional engineering. Control depends on the careful coordination of perception, pressure, and predictability. Every conversation, every interaction, every gesture is either a lever or a liability. You're constantly sending signals. Weak people signal submission. Strong people hide their intentions. The first step toward untouchable power is learning which signals dominate a room and which ones announce defeat. Status is the first axis. People operate hierarchically. The eye picks up tiny shifts in posture, gaze, tone, and hesitation. Leaders never raise their voices in panic. They create space. They let others project their uncertainty into silence. Every moment you fail to own your presence, someone else is staking a claim over you. Then there's leverage, the currency of psychological warfare. Every weakness you reveal can be turned against you. Every confidence you show becomes a tool in someone else's hands. Elite operators notice the hairline cracks in character and amplify them into enormous influence. They move quietly. While forcing you to react, they stay still, watching, calculating, adjusting. The naive react on instinct. They fall into the predator's rhythm. Fear is a force multiplier. Not terror, controlled fear. The awareness that one wrong step carries consequences. Fear is a tool of exposure for those who wield it, and a trap for those who can't handle it. While it drives the weak toward predictability and compliance, the strong use it as a filter. A measured look, a delayed reply. A withheld answer communicates more authority than any speech. Then comes selective transparency. The untouchable never show the full picture. Information is asymmetric. The fewer people who know your real intentions, the greater your control. People confuse openness with trustworthiness. It's actually the opposite. Every word you say creates expectations, and expectations are a cage. Master the art of partial disclosure, and you become unreadable, untouchable. Then, emotional calibration. Most men act on impulse. Their emotions drive their decisions. A controlled man sees this as leverage. Silence draws out confession. Calm provokes overexcitement. Subtle pressure produces compliance. The human mind is moldable, but only when pressure is applied with precision. The most powerful men mask their own emotional patterns while exploiting everyone else's. Finally, consequence management. Every action, every choice, every interaction must leave a trail, visible or invisible, pointing toward potential costs. The weak believe they can speak or move without consequence. The untouchable ensure there are always consequences, whether stated outright or simply implied. Control lives in the gap between action and reaction. Once you understand these mechanisms, you'll start seeing the battlefield beneath every social interaction. You'll notice invisible hierarchies, silent predators, and the subtle manipulations people run on autopilot. At first, it's overwhelming. You see the invisible machinery that's been governing your life all along. But this awareness is everything. Psychological control isn't coercion. It's architecture. It's designing an environment where others move the way you want, while genuinely believing they're free. Every gesture, word, pause, and decision is a brick in your fortress. Those who don't understand this aren't players. They're pieces. The truth is brutal. Power is a science, not a virtue. It follows rules, not ideals. The powerful don't wait for permission. They calculate, manipulate, and take what's theirs. The weak believe in justice and ethics. They stay vulnerable, get tested, and eventually break. By mastering these mechanisms, you begin to occupy a zone most people can't even see. You're no longer competing at the moral level. You're competing at the strategic level. That is the foundation of being untouchable. You stop reacting to the world. You start shaping it. Perception, leverage, fear, asymmetry, emotional control, consequences. These are the 6 levers. Use them right, and the powerful bend to you easily. Use them wrong, and even the sharpest mind becomes prey. Understanding these mechanisms isn't optional. It's survival. Habit 1. Emotional detachment. Weak people wear their emotions openly, looking for sympathy. The untouchable process emotions privately and project only intent. Detachment isn't coldness, it's control. It blocks manipulation, conceals strategy, and keeps decisions clean. Habit 2. Strategic silence. Most people talk to fill space. The untouchable talk to eliminate it. Silence is a weapon. It forces others to act, reveal, or overreach. Every pause adds weight to whatever comes next. Habit 3. Controlled unpredictability. Predictable people are disposable. The untouchable vary their behavior deliberately. Generous one moment, cold the next, absent then everywhere. This keeps others off balance and second-guessing. Habit 4. Selective generosity. Power never weakens itself. Gifts and favors aren't goodwill, they're calculated moves. Every offer carries hidden expectations. The untouchable create obligations strategically, building influence while reinforcing hierarchy. Habit 5. Calculated distance. Closeness breeds familiarity, and familiarity softens people. The untouchable maintains space, physical and psychological, letting others in only when it serves them. Distance protects. Distance preserves leverage. Distance turns presence into significance. Habit 6. Memory of consequences. The weak forgive to stay comfortable. The untouchable remember to stay in control. Every betrayal, every insult, every act of exploitation is logged. Responses are delayed, precise, and symbolic, an invisible deterrent for anyone thinking of pushing back. Habit 7. Reputation engineering. Perception is power. The untouchable build their reputation deliberately, projecting visible strength, selective vulnerability, and an implied threat. Others read their history and potential without ever seeing the full strategy. Each habit generates influence on its own. Together they create a behavioral ecosystem that makes a person untouchable. These aren't suggestions, they're protocols. Without them, you stay transparent, exposed, and predictable, exactly what predators look for first. Applying these habits daily trains your mind to see leverage in every interaction, opportunity in every conflict, and consequence in every pause. You stop reacting. You become the architect of every outcome in your life. Every encounter becomes a rehearsal. Every conversation, a chessboard. Follow these protocols and you begin reshaping reality around your presence. The weak stop affecting you. The manipulative stop reaching you. You occupy territory that cannot be crossed without a price. In short, you become untouchable.